I'm Greg Tepper. That's Greg Powers. This is This Week
in Cruton.
It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers and Next Level Athlete. Follow him on Twitter at GPowerScout. Follow Next Level Athlete on Twitter at Next Level D1. See his fine work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. And, of course, this is brought to you by our good chicken friends at Chicken Express. Chicken Express. Powers, do you have any thoughts on fried chicken?
I love fried chicken.
Is that right?
Yeah, I do. I really like it. I will say we talk a lot about the Chicken Express tenders, but I get the actual fried chicken from Chicken Express a lot. I do.
I think we have probably misrepresented our friends at Chicken Express. I think there are people who would say, oh, well, they're a chicken tender restaurant. And they are. Want to be very clear. The tendies, so good. But you want a little drummy?
I don't know.
They'll rock a drummy.
You did this kind of like
so good.
Would the Chicken Express tender make for a great chicken parmesan? Could you take it and convert it when
Dude, your galaxy brain right now, like I have not had enough sleep to be able to handle this.
I'm putting that on my to-do list now. Like,
yeah,
you did that. I was like, Italian?
Wow. I can't even fathom of something like that. But yeah, I could rock with some chicken tenders, some tendies with some
chicken
parmesan.
parm.
Anyway, wow. Boy, we're getting next level here. But here, okay, sorry, we will get to recruiting here in a moment. But here's the thing: if you do the tendies like with the parm, then you can't have the gravy. Like the gravy's not going to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
Like you're making a choice. Now you can always go back tomorrow.
Right.
Anyway,
you should.
You should. It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers and Next Level Athlete. Let's start with our prospect on the rise. Our prospect on the rise. Let's go to Heath. To talk about Rockwall-Heath 2023 tight end Eli Finley. Picked up his first 3 offers. Louisiana Monroe, North Texas, and Oregon.
Yeah.
That is quite a...
Oregon was his first offer.
That is quite a trio of first offers. Normally, like, I'll be honest, I read this backwards, like, Louisiana Monroe. Oh, okay, the next one's going to be North Texas. That makes sense. And the next one I was thinking is going to be, like, Middle Tennessee or someone like that. No, Oregon. But this is a guy who's very interesting. Eli Finley missed his junior season with an injury, but that's not stopping the recruiting for him.
No, and he's a guy that, thank goodness for the spring evaluation period here in Texas, he's a guy who schools have had a chance to get a look at this spring, and it's paid dividends. 6'5", 245 pounds. Talking to the coaches and those close to the Rockwall-Heath program, this is a guy that they're really high on, and I think that he's going to catch even more attention because he'll be a big part of their offense here in 2022. They're a team that's kind of transitioned over the last couple seasons to what did they run? Did they run the wing T?
Rockwall-Heath?
Yeah, they did 2-3 years ago.
I mean, it was not long ago that they were. It was not long ago. Think about their best player was Kendall Lawrence.
Yeah,
Kendall Lawrence was their best player, and he was they were a ground and pound team.
Their offense has changed a lot, and they could use a big pass catcher like him in it, especially to replace a guy like Josh Hoover. But he'll probably have another Hoover throwing him the football this season. So the Hoover to Finley connection would probably be strong there.
So it's a name to keep an eye on. Obviously, Oregon has paid attention with Eli Finley from Rockwall-Heath. Let's get to our commit of the week. Our commit of the week is Fort Bend Marshall 2023 defensive end Zachary Chapman. He has committed this week to the Horned Frogs of TCU. He had offers from places like Baylor, Tech, Purdue, Mississippi State, and Houston. He's a 3-star, checks in at number 54 in the DCF Hot 100. So he's like a high 3-star is what we would call him, right?
Yep.
But TCU getting another big-time pass rusher from the Houston area.
And I think this is a guy that other recruiting services will catch up on as he gets back on the field during his senior year. He also suffered an injury last season. I think it was a knee injury that limited his reps. So he came back out strong right to start the offseason. He was the next level athlete, Texas Top 100 Showcase Defensive Line MVP in Houston, and really didn't look back since then as schools have come through and evaluated him. He picked up a lot of offers before committing to TCU, Baylor, Texas Tech, Colorado, Mississippi State, to name a few, in the Big 12 and SEC. So he was a guy that was highly coveted and has the size at 6'5", 250 pounds to create some strength mismatches up front against offensive linemen, and it has a great first step, which gets him in the backfield in a hurry. But he's a run-stopping guy, a guy that you can plug in there and he'll find the football and make some plays. So big time pickup for TCU and one that I think that'll be valued even more as his senior season unwinds itself.
And it gives us an opportunity to, since he's number 54 in our DCTF Hot 100, it gives us an opportunity that if you're just joining us, the way that our rankings work is the top 5 are 5 stars.
Yep.
Number 6 through 50 are 4 stars. And then number 51 through question mark, whoever is worthy of being a 3-star prospect, are 3 stars. So when we say that he's number 54, you're saying that he's right on that cusp that depending on if he has a big senior season, he could sneak into that 4-star range.
So far we have 182 3 stars.
Okay.
So we're up to 232 active profiles in the class of 2023, and if you want to see who the top 300 are, you're going to have to mash that subscribe button and get your magazine in the mail.
Mash it.
Mash that subscribe button, says Greg
No
Powers.
excuse
Missile
not
athlete
to mash it.
Here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation. The hashtag TF Today. Let's matriculate over to our Underclassmen of the Week. And our Underclassmen of the Week going way small school to Timpson to talk about their soon-to-be junior athlete, Terry Bussey. Terry Bussey's got a couple of offers this week from Iron, not from Iron Skill rivals. What did Baylor and TCU play for? They don't have a rivalry trophy, do they? They're just rivals.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, he's already got an offer.
They hate each other.
TCU and SMU
It's the
already
two Christian schools in the state, so there's got to be something that they call it.
The
I don't
Holy
know.
War.
I should have.
The Holy War, yeah.
Now I feel bad for saying hate.
TCU and Baylor. TCU and Baylor. He picked up offers this week. Did Terry Bussey? He's also got offers from SMU, Texas Tech, Stephen F. Austin, UTSA.
That's
Arkansas
11
State,
minutes worth of highlights
and
on this.
Louisiana Tech. Well, yeah, but it actually makes sense. He does have 11 minutes worth of highlights,
And it's like legitimate highlights.
but it's because Terry Bussey is not only A, special, but B, at the 2A level powers, he really gets an opportunity to show off how special he is. They just make the entire plane out of Terry Bussey.
Right. He had over 3,000 yards of offense, playing mostly quarterback in Timpson's scheme, where he was split pretty evenly between rushing and passing yardage, scored 50 touchdowns. Oh, yeah. He also had 7 interceptions on defense.
On defense, yeah, to be clear, he didn't
Right.
throw 7 interceptions. He caught 7
caught
interceptions.
7 interceptions on defense. So this is a guy who can really do a little bit of everything, and I'm glad to see that his offer list is starting to catch. Like, we've known about him for a while now. Like he was in our freshman top 25. We've been trying to tell everybody about Terry Bussey. Now the schools are starting to catch up, or the big schools are starting to catch up. He already had Texas Tech as a P5 offer, but added, tripled that P5 list this week with TCU and Baylor. Now I think you're going to start to see these big-time heavy hitters start to come after him. He could do anything. He
I was
going to
say,
offense.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Where do you
I'm
slot?
playing him in wide receiver.
Are you?
Yeah, because I love what he does with the football in his hands. He is a ball hawk, but at 5'10", I think that slot is probably his best position right now, and he's a guy who is used to making plays in close quarters, right? So he's a guy who can probably get a lot of separation and make you miss in the phone booth, as we like to say. When you're one-on-one trying to make a tackle against him, it's going to be tough. So I'd keep him on the offensive side of the ball and let him play wide receiver.
Another interception.
Yeah.
Anyway,
7 interceptions.
Terry
So
Bussey.
he did have 7 interceptions. So
Terry Bussey from Timpson is our Underclassman of the Week. Let's round it all out with our Recruit of the Week. Our Recruit of the Week, going back up to the DFW Metroplex to talk about Wylie East's soon-to-be senior defensive end Anthony James. He was an A&M commit for a long time. Now he's backed off that commitment, and he's got offers from all over. We've got him the number 6 defensive end in the state. He's a DCTF 4-star. He's got offers from everywhere. He does have an official visit scheduled for Washington, which is interesting.
Yep.
I have to imagine A&M's certainly not done with Anthony James, but he's opened things up.
yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. He took a recent unofficial visit to Oklahoma State, so the Cowboys are a team to probably watch in this recruitment as well, just to see what other programs that he does schedule visits with. He was committed to Texas A&M for almost or just over 15 months. So he's been committed for a long time. Virtually, since he was a sophomore, he's been on Texas A&M's commitment list. So he's a guy who, by and large, is really starting over with the recruiting process, taking visits, getting to talk to more coaches, and really jumping in with both feet here to get a handle on where he wants to play in college. big body defensive end who has a very high upside, and I think that's why a lot of college programs have really offered him and gave him a chance. Excellent first step explosion, long arms, and I think that he is a guy that could be a true pass rushing specialist, hand in the dirt pass rushing specialist, which is different than like those hybrid outside linebacker types. He can put his hand in the dirt and get after the quarterback, play close to the line of scrimmage, and that's why you see some of the top programs in the nation chasing him. You know, he's got offers from a lot of the big dogs like Georgia, LSU, in addition to the ones that we've already kind of talked about. Got it. You know, TCU, Texas Tech, and State, Baylor. You know, maybe those are some schools to keep an eye on too.
Yeah, keep an eye on Anthony James, the 4-star prospect here at their Wylie East. Now, to circle back on something at the top of the segment, you mentioned that you did like fried chicken.
I do. Yeah.
Well, this is interesting because I believe we found some footage of you from earlier in your life. Let's just roll the footage and get your reaction.
Well, I'm here in the freezing cold getting free chicken sandwiches because the food tastes great. I mean, it's chicken. It's fried chicken. I like fried chicken.
Do you want to confirm or deny that is you?
Man, I am really mad at my mom right now. Like, I can't believe she sent you guys the link to that video. It's embarrassing, really.
Pickle found that.
No. Okay,
No?
I'll give credit where credit is due. I don't like to do this, but Ish found that and sent it to me one night.
With
and he
the
goes,
quickness.
"Why is this Powers?" And when I tell you, I was alone in my house crying laughing at that video. It's chicken.
It's
fried chicken.
Let's play one more time. Let's do the clip one more time.
Hang on.
Oh, here we go.
We got it.
And go.
Well, I'm here in the freezing cold getting free chicken sandwiches because the food tastes great. I mean, it's chicken. It's fried chicken. I like fried chicken.
I like fried chicken.
That is me as a youth in the Cincinnati area.
I mean, dude, I'm going to say, like, everything about it.
The hand motions.
Like, the way that you address the question there, he addressed the question of, like, why are you here? It's like,
is it not obvious?
I'm getting free fried chicken. Like, I don't, like, it's self-evident.
It's my reaction to you when you ask me, what are my thoughts on chicken? Do you like Chicken Express?
Yeah, I like chicken.
It's Chicken Express.
What kind of dummy are you?
It's fried chicken.
It's
fried chicken.
It's fried chicken.
It is. It's all the mannerisms. Like I can see it just fitting perfectly.
I would love to let you know that yesterday in the office that got brought up. That's why we thought about it, and we all sat here having one of the best laughs.
Well, I'm glad that you guys were thinking about me while I wasn't here.
We're always thinking about you.
And I hope that it was as lighthearted and joking as we've just experienced right now.
110%. It was even
I've been
better.
able to process it. Like,
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I saw it. I was cry laughing.
It was amazing.
It's incredible. Anyway, it's Greg Powers in Next Level Athlete. He likes fried chicken. Follow him on Twitter. G-Powers on Next Level Athlete on Twitter. Next Level. It had to be chicken too. Like it's a sponsor of the segment.
Fried
Like
chicken.
It works perfectly.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been. It would have been different if it was pizza. You know, like they don't sponsor this.
TexasFootball.com/recruiting.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.